Welcome back to our course on Excel 2013. In this very short section we're going to look at the mini toolbar. Now, as you may have noticed already, and you'll certainly know about this if you've used earlier versions of Excel, or in fact just about any relatively recent version of one of the Office products, that you can right click on something and you get a contextual menu. Here's a typical contextual menu just by right clicking on that cell in that worksheet, maybe the sort of thing you've seen many times before. What you may not have seen is the thing above it, which is what we call in Excel 2013 the mini toolbar. And it generally appears when you're dealing with anything where you can enter text, numbers, etc. And it gives you a way of formatting very quickly without going to either the ribbon or to specific commands on the quick access toolbar. Now, the mini toolbar, not everybody likes to use. I do tend to use it, but for some people it tends to clutter up quite a few things, and people can often find it quite difficult to grab exactly the command that they want. But if you are going to use it, I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of using it, and then I'm going to show you how to enable or disable it. Now, the first thing to note about it is that it is context sensitive. So if in this particular cell now, H3, I just type the word hello, if I now sweep over that to select the word hello, the mini toolbar appears, and you see it's got quite a restricted set of commands on it. It has commands that let me choose the font and the font size, so I could change the font size quite simply, say to 24 point, which would make that word much bigger. I could change the font to, for instance, Adobe Hebrew, and I could go bold, and that's fine, but I've only got really quite a restricted set of commands there on that mini toolbar. If I go to an empty cell such as this one and right click as I did earlier on, I get a fuller set of commands and a much bigger mini toolbar. So exactly what it contains and what you can do depends on the context, depends on the situation. So let's now look at how we can switch the mini toolbar on and off. Obviously we go into options, and then on the general tab, almost the top thing on there, user interface options, show mini toolbar on selection. If you don't want the mini toolbar, uncheck that, click on OK to save your change, and no more mini toolbar. Now, I don't really need to say anything more about the mini toolbar. I'm going to be using it a little throughout the course. It's your choice whether you use it or not. I'll see you in the next section.